Hey, it's Bennett from the Strength Factory. Today I'm going to tell you why this spring when you're out riding, you need to be practicing your race lines if you expect to get any decent results on race day. You may remember that back in the depths of winter, I filmed a very dark, wet and cold video in the Forest of Dean. It was called More Corners Equals More Skills. And that was all about taking a skill improvement approach to winter riding, where we're a long way away from racing or just whatever events you're doing. And what I said there is that when you are approaching a trail through those winter months, the goal should be, or can be, to take the rough path. Take the main line where there's the most possible turns. It's not the quickest way, it might be the most fun way, but where instead of trying to open a turn and straighten it out and smooth it out for more exit speed, we're thinking, actually, I'm going to ride slower today by doing the rougher, more awkward line with more turning in order to develop my skills so that I can be faster tomorrow, i.e. now in the spring and summer when racing finally comes around. And the other side of that coin, if you like, is what I'm going to talk about today, and that is, now that spring's coming, I'd encourage you, if you're going to be racing, to start trying to incorporate a more race-focused approach to some of your riding. That doesn't mean it's not fun, it's just looking at trails in a different way and thinking about your line choice. Because if you think you're just going to suddenly turn up on race day having not ridden in that approach and you're going to be able to just switch it on plus ride 5 or 10% quicker, I can tell you right now, you're not, and you're going to suck. So we're just going to take a walk down this lovely little trail on a spring day at my local spot here. And I'm basically here, this would be the main line. So back in the winter, you know, if we just think about skills improvement, we're going through here and you can see we've got some sniper routes, and it's kind of hard to show on the phone, but there's some holes, there's some bumps, and you know, people obviously do some braking here, and then we've got to do all the turning. There's a bit of support around here, and then this is what makes it a good corner to do this on. We've then got this long straight afterwards. It's just slightly downhill. So if this was in a race, this would be a really critical corner to carry speed out of, because then the better you get the corner, you're going to gain a lot of time on this straight. Now let's look at the same corner again and how I'm going to be approaching it today with a race head on. So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at coming out here to the side on this. It's smooth. There's plenty of space. It looks like a good place to do some braking, and then it's going to help me straighten and open it up. So instead of coming through here, through all the rough stuff like I just did, we're going to come out here. I'm going to try and get on this bank. Probably going to poke my eye out on a stick, but it's worth it. Going to get out here, up on the side, and now here, I'm in a great position now to just drop in here, catch a last bit of support in the turn, and carry loads of speed down there, which is what I just talked about. Let's give it a try. So I've just ridden both lines twice, okay, filming it from behind and from this angle head on. And my real perception is just the exit speed is noticeably faster by doing that line there. Now, you probably saw, especially on the head on clip, I had to work a bit harder than I expected to get onto that actually, like braking and turning across the track, lost a little traction, it's a little loose on the side, to actually get up on there. But for me, that slower entry and setup was worth it for the way I could then make the second half of the turn easier. So I made the first half of the turn and the entry a bit harder. I had to slow down, I had to apply more technique if you like, and it made this part easier for me to just be off the brakes and looking up and carrying speed. The main line, okay, is easier on the way in because you're not trying to move across it and you're not trying to break up on the edge there or anything. And if anything, you probably get to the apex of the corner faster, but then you have to do a lot more turning, okay, and work a lot harder on the exit to create grip to carry that speed out. As all of you regulars know, this channel is all about giving you free jargon-free, no-nonsense, effective, real-world advice to help you enjoy your bikes more and to be faster, better mountain bikers. And so what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to say, look, what do you want to know? I'm going to make those videos, okay? Tell me what you want, what I want you to do for me, and just hit subscribe. Do me a favor, I'm nearly at 4,000 likes. Just give me those last few extra ones. Help me to help you. Share this with a friend. Tell me what you want to know, and I'll do my best to make a video about it to clear up those questions. There's no such thing as a silly question, so let me help you be better on your bike. So what we've done there is we've looked at one corner in isolation, and it's a good one to look at because of that high-speed exit that we talked about, but the track's more complex than that, and the next stage is to link stuff together. So let's look at the corner before it, and it's not much of a turn, but this is the main line here around the outside here, and this is the line that I was riding, and this is where I'm trying to scrub a bit of speed. And then for the main line I was really doing most of braking here, but then actually to get on the high line up there I was more braking back here on this stuff to then turn across. So that's how we look at that. But then if you look here, there's also, if we're looking at it as a whole track, there's this line here, and it's pretty straight behind me, so it's easy to get onto that, and that might be a good option, you know, because now I'm a bit of a shorter line, it's a bit smoother, I can do a little braking here, and then it's easier, I'm doing less turning to get out onto the side here. Or I can mainline, and it's still a bit better than being on the other one. So we've got two options at that turn and two options at this turn, and so we've basically got 4 options in total to figure out the race line around the corner. So there you go, a real simple, I'm not trying to be Ben Cathro, I'm not the line expert, but I do understand the fundamentals, the basics here, and after all, that is at the heart of everything we do, master those basics. And riding like this, it takes some practice. Because especially if you're riding trails you haven't done before, practicing them at a race for instance, you need to be looking up and you need to be used to interpreting trails in this manner, okay? You're not just going to be able to switch it on race day and suddenly be insiding like Sam Hill everywhere, okay? You need to practice it. So next time you go riding, give it a try, okay? Let me know how you're getting on with your race lines, how it feels, and if you're getting that all important exit speed.